Hello, angels. How are you? Oof. So it's been a heavy couple days, huh? But I feel like it's a good idea for me to get on, and because I haven't done a live in a while, like a real live. Luke and I popped on the other day, which was super fun. But it would be really wonderful to kind of have a chance to talk and discuss and see how everybody's feeling and just kind of hash things out. I have to say, after finishing, for those of you who don't know, we finished shooting Shadowhunters last night. Shot our last couple scenes of the series finale, and you guys, it's wonderful. I mean, it's so bittersweet for all of us because we poured our heart and soul into the show for so many years. But it's really going to be epic. Todd did such a fantastic job. I'm so glad he finally had a chance to direct the show. I'm so glad that we all got to come together and make this finale the way we wanted it to be. And things have been so wonderful. Everyone's been so creative and just collaborative and just making it for all of us, for the fandom, for everyone who's been a part of making the show. That's who we made this finale for. And I think the things that happen in the finale and the way in which we go about doing it really reflects that. So I can't wait for you guys to see it, and I think you're going to be really happy. I don't even know what else to say. Do you guys have any questions? Let's talk. Wow, there's so many of you already. Oh my goodness. Because I promise I won't spoil anything, as always, but I will answer your questions as best I can. There's so many new features. What's going on? Oh my. Oop, I'm here, I'm back. Sorry, stop it. I'm trying to learn new features on Insta Live, and it's, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm just not even gonna try. Let's see. Questions. Oh, so many hard eyes. You guys are so sweet. Best memory on set. I have to say my best memory on set. Ooh, I have a couple. It was either, I don't know, there's so many from season 1, like all the scenes that we started shooting with all of the characters as they came together, so many of the fight scenes, the silly videos I made with Will in the bookshop, all of the above. But I have to say, it's probably the last scene that we shot last night. There's something about it that just, it's pretty magical. Will I be getting a 4th tattoo for the finale? Maybe. There have been discussions about this. We'll see. I am getting another tattoo soon, I think, but I'm not sure if it's going to be that. And I do have to commend you guys on all of the good you've done with the Save Shadowhunters campaign, what you've done for Trevor Project and the other causes you guys have been supporting. That's really, really incredible, and you guys should feel so proud that you've made a real difference in the world and that you've come together to be a part of a movement that is surrounding love and unity and joy, and something that everyone who's a part of it genuinely is passionate about. And that's something that doesn't happen a lot in this world, especially on an international scale, and I think that's really beautiful. So thank you for all you guys have done. Did I ever get injured while shooting fight scenes? I did not on this show, knock wood. But that's largely due to our amazing stunt team, who takes the time to train us and to make sure that everything is safe in advance, both the environment and the actual things that we're doing, in order to prevent that as much as possible. So that's, thank you, a big thank you to the McGuire Stunts team for keeping all of us safe. Let's see. Oh, so many beautiful hard eyes. What else can I tell you about the finale that Or I'm trying to think 3B because we started shooting 3B so long ago. Okay, there's a lot of new locations in 3B that we haven't seen ever before. We use the green screen a lot more. There is a lot more blood. I would say 3B is bloody because I'm covered in blood a lot in 3B. I mean, I was covered in blood a lot in 3A, let's be real. But Daryl! Thank you, Daryl. You're so sweet. We miss you. We were talking about you the other day. How awesome we think you are. There's so many hard eyes. Well, ask me anything. What do you guys want to know? Shadowhunters or otherwise? Let's talk. Something else I wanted to really say that touched my heart a lot is after doing all of the cons, a lot of you spoke to me about the Monday motivation posts that I've been doing. And that's something that I just decided to do on a whim because I wanted to try and make it a habit of using Instastory more, and I was trying to think of fun ways to do it. And I thought, well, that's something that always helps me, is to have something to remind me to kind of kickstart my week or kickstart my day. And I follow a lot of those accounts on Instagram. And a lot of you came up to me and told me how much that meant to you, or made, little jars or little books or things that had to do with Monday motivation. And I didn't realize that it meant so much to all of you. And the fact that I can make some small difference in your life by doing something that is so simple, it really makes my day that you guys notice. So thank you. Favorite Shadowhunter couple besides Clay's? Okay, they asked me this question last night for some BTS for the show. And I have to say, it's something that I love most about the show is that each of the relationships, be it a friendship or a couple or something, is almost its own character. Because the characters are so rich and the relationships have been built up so much to a point now where it takes on a life of its own. And there's something so beautiful in that. So I don't know if I can really choose. Were there tears when they called cut for your final scene? Yes. That is the short answer. Many of them were mine. But this is something about this show, and you guys know that from being a part of the fandom, but it extends all the way to our cast and crew here. We come to work every day, and we do something we love, and we make a show that we're passionate about. But we also have fun. And so through that, we've become a family, and that is what makes this show lightning in a bottle, and that is what makes it so special, is that it really is a community from head to toe in every aspect. My favorite movie, ooh. See, there's so many movies. I love so many different genres and kinds of movies. It's hard for me to choose. I love Gilda. It's an old Hollywood film. I love, and my mind is blanking. I love Princess Bride, of course, one of my favorite movies. Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'm trying to think. I also, there are many real, serious, good movies that I love. Most Violent Year was one of my favorite movies I saw recently. Silver Linings Playbook is another one of my favorites. Godfather Part 2. Seven. That's Carrie, the original. I don't know. There's so many. I could go on and on. Hi, brother. I miss you, Luke. Not a question, more of a fact. It really is a fact. I missed you. We missed you last night. Wish you would have been here. But we know you were there in spirit, so. The best thing about being Clary. There's so many wonderful things about being a part of this show and getting to play this character. And as someone who, as a little girl, always looked for badass female role models and women who fought their own battles. Mulan was my favorite Disney princess. Pocahontas was another one. Being able to step into a role like that really meant so much to me. And getting to be a part of a show that every character had their strengths, but also their faults and their weaknesses, and everyone was broken. Everyone was imperfect. And being these supernatural beings with all these powers, and yet having so many flaws as well, is such a beautiful dichotomy. Clary herself is a beautiful dichotomy, and I love that with, you know, her Morgenstern and Fairchild, and the light and the dark that is within her is, the artist and the soldier. It's all of these. Everything about her is an opposite, and I love that. And that's something that actually in 3B is really celebrated and delved into. Sure. But ultimately, the best part of playing Clary, I think, is being able to take on the responsibility of this character that so many people care about, and kind of being thrown in the deep end of the pool in the sense of having to make sure that I do the source material justice, and I hope that I've done that for you guys. I certainly had a ball. Hey, Pete, what's up? Pete is watching, and he's one of our writers on the show, and he is frickin' fantastic. He's one of the ones that's been on since, I think he's the writer that's been on the show the longest now. And we love Pete, because he's kick-ass. Hi, Verity! Let's see. My favorite food? Is it bad if I say Brussels sprouts? That's kind of bad. Most people who know me would guess it's apples, because I do eat way too many apples. Anything potato-based is on my agenda. But generally, if like favorite cheat food, I'd have to say cookie dough, ice cream, or Mexican food. Or bruschetta. It's always bruschetta. Do I like being a redhead? Would I have any other hair color? I would. I'm actually tomorrow I'm going back to more of my natural color, which is going to be nice. I've loved being Clary's fiery orange red, which is it's close to my natural color, but I want that to be Clary's. So for whatever comes next, I'm going to make sure that it's not exactly the same. But, that's something I love about being an actor, is I get to be a chameleon, and I get to kind of transform into whoever I'm playing at the moment. So, yeah, I'd love to be every hair color. Hell, I'd love to shave my head for a job one of these days, just because. It makes you different. How am I doing? I seem emotional. I am a little emotional. It's been an emotional week. But in the best way. Oh, thank you guys. Let's see, what's this? My favorite rune. I was thinking about this. So I'm gonna have to say 3, because there's a reason I have 3 of them tattooed on me, because they're 3 of my favorite runes. The angelic power rune I love, because I love what it represents. It's, an angelic blessing, but also a symbol of strength, and I think there's something really beautiful in that combination. I love the shape-shifting rune, because it was one of the first ones we made up on the show, and it was also, it's what I am as an actor. I'm a shapeshifter. I transform into different people along the way. And the third one is the Calm Anger rune, which it became my favorite because I also recently found out that it means precision. It can also be identified as a precision rune, and I think it's that beautiful dichotomy that represents so many things in my life. How does Jace cope with Clary being gone? It definitely affects him in a huge way. I don't want to speak to it because the way it's done is so beautiful, and I want you guys to experience it without expectation. But you'll see it in 3B almost immediately. Of course I'll be live tweeting the episodes. Are you kidding? I wouldn't miss it for the world. That's one of my favorite things that I love doing with you guys, because I love seeing the immediate reactions you guys have to things. So unless I'm on an airplane or otherwise obligated where I can't be on my phone, absolutely. It's, but 3B, I don't know when it's airing yet, but I will be sure to let you guys know, and I will be there with you. Which of Clary's outfits am I going to take home? I don't know. It would be nice to, there's so many beautiful leather jackets and things that they made and that they have fit to me, because they're so immaculate at every little detail in our wardrobe department. But we'll see. I have to see what is allowed. Would I become a shadow hunter in real life? See, I've thought about this too, and I don't know. I mean, I think it's amazing what shadow hunters do, but I'm not really the soldier type in life. I mean, I love, boxing and weapons training and things as fitness and as training for my job, but I don't want to actually hurt anybody, It's just not my vibe. I'd much rather be a warlock and be like a healer and, helping people out with little problems. Favorite Malec moment? All of them. No, it's, again, I was asked this question the other day too. I love the first scene where they meet, where they're fighting together and that little spark happens. I love the role reversal in the alternate universe, and there are so many scenes that Matt and Harry do that I hear in the table read, and then I don't see them until they're done on set, or until they're, edited in the episode. And it's so beautiful how it changes and how they craft it and how the depth that they're able to put into it, as they work on it. It's really, really beautiful, and I'm always in awe of them. Virtual hugs to all of you. That's a great question. My favorite color? I don't know. I always change. I'm very indecisive when it comes to favorite colors. Maybe light blue, maybe like a pastel purple or a buttercream yellow, or black. I don't know. I'm burgundy. I'm a dichotomy. My favorite drink? Probably nitro brew coffee. Favorite book? Probably Watership Down by Richard Adams. It's a book I read as a kid, and it's really wonderful. I recommend it to so many people. How many languages can you speak? Unfortunately, just English, but I'm working on that. Now that I have a bit more time, I might learn another language. Do I like working with Jace? Yes, I love working with Dom. It's really wonderful when you have a friendship with someone and you're crafting a relationship on screen with them, because you can just play and have fun and really have that trust with the other person. And whether we're fighting or whether we're just doing scene work, it's always a blast. And plus, he's like a big brother to me, so it's good stuff. More of Jace and Simon together? You do see a little bit. I don't exactly know how much, if I'm honest, but I do know they have some scenes together. Wish I could answer more precisely. How's acting in Maze Runner? I loved acting in Maze Runner. That was so much fun. That group is very much like the Shadowhunters group in that they are a family. And the fact that I got to be a small part of that was so lovely, because those guys are just the absolute best. And working with Wes and all of the producers on that were simply lovely as well. So yeah, that was a real pleasure. I'm trying to read questions and talk. Where am I right now? I'm in my apartment in Toronto, and I am packing everything up. So currently all my furniture is gone. It's just a lot of suitcases. I've accumulated a few things over the course of the last couple of years. It's funny when you move into a place for a small amount of time, when you're doing something that's kind of temporary, or at least you think it is at first, and then you end up there for 2 years, and you find a lot when you go through it all. How's working with Todd? Working with Todd is awesome. You know, we've always worked with Todd from a distance, with working on the scripts and talking about the characters and things like this as he's creating the story, but we've never worked one-on-one on set with him. He is so phenomenal as a director, and I think he's massively underrated in that sense. He edits before he directs, so he knows exactly what he wants to get. He's so kind. He's so amazing to everybody on the crew, to all of the actors. He really takes care of everyone and inspires creativity in everyone as well. It was the perfect person to have on the finale, because he finally got to see the family we have here, and we finally got to know him a little better. It was beautiful. How was it feeling to say goodbye to Shadowhunters? Bittersweet. Because we really made something special, and we really made something beautiful, I think. And it did make a difference in a positive way in a lot of people's lives, and created a community, both on and off screen. It created a family, and that will never go away, no matter what happens. The shadow world may not be on our TV screens anymore, but we still have this. We still have this community. We still have this fandom. And we have 12 more episodes to air next year. So I think it's next year. I really don't know. I'm just guessing. But truly, it's a lovely thing, even if it is a little sad. And now I've lost my spot in your questions. Do you love the red jacket of Magnus? I love every jacket of Magnus's. I tell Harry every single time I see him on set, I go, listen, you have the most amazing wardrobe. I want to steal all of it, but, you know, obviously not quite applicable. Hi, Lisa. Miss you. Lisa Berry, ladies and gentlemen, the most amazing powerhouse woman. We stayed on set last night after rep and just hung out and celebrated with the crew in the Institute. It's pretty special. You know, it's rare on a show where you'll wrap and you end up staying up all night with your crew and on set and just enjoying it and having the absolute best time, just simply by spending time with each other. So, I haven't brushed my hair, and I apologize. I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, wow, I'm a mess. But there you go. There you have it. This is raw, real Katherine McNamara, ladies and gentlemen. Maxwell, hi, babe. When am I coming to NYC? Soon, I hope. I miss New York. And I miss you. It's been too long. Will I go to the Teen Choice Awards? We'll see. If I could choose another character to play, which one would it be? Probably either Alec or Jonathan. The Sebastian Jonathan character is my absolute favorite from the books. But Alec's journey is so amazing as well. How weird is it to be drawing the runes on camera? You know, for me, it's not that weird now to be drawing the runes in the air. Or on somebody else's skin. The first couple times, it was, I felt kind of strange. I felt like I was doing, you know, kind of the magic wand thing or something. But eventually, you know, we got a system. Philippe, Folks VFX is the company that does all the visual effects for our show. And once we got a system with them of exactly what they needed and exactly what we can do to make their job easier, it made all of our jobs a lot easier because we all work together with the art department and everything to really make it great. Ooh, my best memory with Alberto. I have a couple. One of my favorites is we auditioned in the same round of casting, and I'll never forget walking into the audition room. There were a bunch of Isabels, Emerald was there, a bunch of Simons, a bunch of Clarys, and I walked in and I looked around the room, just kind of, you know, I don't know what I was doing, but assessing the room, I guess, or assessing the situation. Trying to find the sign-in sheet is really what I think I was doing. And I clocked Alberto, and in my head I was like, oh, clearly that's Simon Lewis. And here we are. Another one of my favorite memories is the night before we shot our first scene. Alberto came over and we ran it and just started talking and ended up in a 5-hour conversation. And that's when Clary and Simon's friendship was born, because that's when our friendship was born. And it's kind of been the same ever since. Luke, okay, fine. I will play Jonathan, you play Clary. It's going to be a gender bend situation, and you're right, it's going to slay. We're both going to slay. I mean, you know, we did take that picture, so, you know, that picture is going to stay firmly on my phone, I think, though, but it's pretty great. There was a whole wig reversal situation. My phone is frozen, and it's not letting me scroll through your comments anymore. Let me see if I can fix it. Hang on. Okay, well, it's not letting me scroll. So hopefully I can answer your questions as they scroll through and maybe remember them. But I've missed a bunch. So if you had a question, maybe resend it if I haven't answered it already. How did my career start? I started in theater, and it was the best way for me. Will 3B be like the books? Yes and no. That's about all I can say. I was speechless when I first found out I was going to play Clary. I knew what a responsibility it was and how important it is to so many people. I was hoping that I would be able to fill the shoes appropriately. Which show would I like to cross over with? I always say Supernatural, because I think it would be so funny to have a demon situation happen, and then the Shadowhunters show up, and then the Winchester brothers show up, and we just all kind of go, well, this is what we do, and well, this is what we do. Okay, well, let's work together. I just think it would be great. I'm into it. Oh, well. Has Dom or Isaiah recently pranked me on set? No. But you know who did prank me yesterday is David Castro. He jumped out and scared me. He's like, oh, well, I couldn't, you know, let it end without scaring you. And I was like, thanks, David. Thank you very much. No, but I was really glad for it. And David's the absolute sweetest. So it actually made me smile, even though it first made me scream. But that's just because I'm jumpy. My favorite moment with Harry. I love the Clary and Magnus scenes because it's so similar to Harry's and my relationship, in the sense that I look up to him so much, and I have so much respect for him in many, many ways. And I just think he's like the coolest guy. But yeah, he's great to work with, and also I love the characters' relationships. Do I like working with green screen? Yeah, it's fun. It can be very interesting sometimes. Excuse me. Because sometimes it can take more time, but and sometimes it's very silly, the things that we do on green screen. But, I mean, when you have a team like Folks VFX, that just makes it amazing, it's no hardship. What's next? Who knows? Stay tuned. Can I scroll yet? No. Oh, excuse me for yawning. I clearly did not get enough sleep last night. What do I think of Sizzy? I think Sizzy's awesome. I can't wait for you guys to see it on screen, because it's so cute. And it's about time. I remember in the books when I was first reading about them coming together, and I was like, oh, it's so perfectly unexpected and wonderful. So yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see it. Why is Matt so hard to get pranked? Because he's aware all the time of everything. And he's so tall, can't sneak up on the man. And he's got great hearing. I nearly pranked Dom on something yesterday, but then I thought better of it. I have not read Dark Artifices. Excuse me, because I was trying to just focus on Mortal Instruments while we were shooting. But now that we're done, I may just go back and start reading some others. I have not visited Spain yet, but I was talking to, who was I talking to? Someone on set about it, and I really want to go. How to survive to the final hunt? I'll let you know when I figure it out, because I really want to see these episodes too. Are there going to be more Clace scenes? Absolutely. There are many Clace scenes. Some of them happy, some of them heartbreaking. Some of them very lovely and romantic and sweet, and some of them I think you guys are gonna like it. And that's all I can say. Team Evil's looking kick-ass, I can tell you that. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to go in a few minutes because I have to pack and etc. etc. So, quick rapid fire question round. Go. What do I think about Clays? I think they're amazing. They complement each other so well, and they are each other's puzzle piece in a sense. Can I tell something about Team Evil? It's intense, and it was so fun to shoot. How much do I love Malec? So much! Like, so much. Taking anything from set? I did take a paper menu from the Jade Wolf. Because those have been there since season 1, and we always used to joke about them. They're so silly. So I do have that. Any inside jokes with the cast? Oh, yeah. I mean, there's so many. You know, when you spend that many hours with people over the course of 3 years, you end up almost with your own language sometimes. So yes, they do. But they probably wouldn't make sense. Oh my gosh. All right, a couple more minutes. What questions can I answer? Gosh, I'm in a silly mood. I've not been to Germany, but I would like to be. I'd like to visit. All right, well, you guys have been so phenomenal. I have to say thank you for everything, for being a part of this fandom, for accepting me into it, for being the beautiful beings that you are. And know that I love you so much. And I cannot wait for you to see not only 3B, but this finale in particular, because I think my favorite scene I've ever shot for the show is in this finale. Best Clace moment in 3B? Ooh, no, maybe not. I don't know. I thought it was one, but yeah, no, it's in the finale. We shot it last night. It's the last scene we shot. And on that note, I bid you hail and farewell. Bye, angels.